Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and like the video, because today we are diving into one of the most shocking developments in the Russian-Ukraine war. Moscow, the very heart of Russia, believed to be untouchable, has once again been rattled by Ukrainian drones. This time, the attack wasn't just symbolic. Reports confirm that the Ukrainian strike caused damage worth nearly $2 billion, hitting the towering skyscrapers of Moscow City, the financial hub that Putin has often showcased as a symbol of Russian strength, progress, and modernity. For months, Russia has unleashed waves of missile and drone strikes across Ukraine, targeting infrastructure, cities, and civilians. But now, Ukraine has turned the tables. By taking the fight deep into Russian territory, Ukraine is making a bold statement that Moscow is not safe, and the cost of this war will be felt by the Russian elite themselves. The Moscow City towers are not just buildings. They are icons of wealth, luxury, and power, home to banks, multinational corporations, and offices linked to Russia's political elite. The Ukrainian strike damaged critical floors, shattered glass across entire skyscrapers, and forced mass evacuations in the middle of the night. Imagine for a moment ordinary Muscovites waking up to explosions, air sirens, and the sight of flames rising from their most prestigious district. The Kremlin could not hide it. Videos flooded Russian social media within minutes, showing fiery debris falling from the towers, emergency services rushing to the scene, and panicked civilians recording as history unfolded before their eyes. For Ukraine, this wasn't just an attack, it was psychological warfare. It sent a message not only to Russia's military, but to the Russian people. If you allow this war to continue, destruction will not stay confined to Ukraine. It will come home to Moscow. Now, let's break down what really happened. The drones used in this strike were part of Ukraine's rapidly advancing drone fleet. Over the past year, Kiev has invested heavily in long-range drones capable of striking hundreds of kilometers deep into Russian territory. While Russia brags about its advanced air defense systems like the S-400, the fact that drones manage to penetrate so far into the capital speaks volumes. It shows gaps in Russia's defenses, it exposes vulnerabilities in Moscow's air shield, and it humiliates Putin on the world stage. In the immediate aftermath, Russian officials downplayed the scale of damage, but satellite images and independent reports painted a very different picture. Multiple towers had broken facades, twisted steel, and windows blown out across dozens of floors. The estimated cost of repairs could reach over $2 billion, an enormous financial blow, and for Russia, already under crushing international sanctions, this is a loss they cannot afford. But the most important question is what happens next. Russia cannot simply ignore a strike of this scale. Moscow is the political heart of the Kremlin, and Putin has built his image around the idea of control, stability, and dominance, now that illusion has been shattered. If drones can hit the financial heart of Moscow, nowhere in Russia is truly safe. This raises the possibility of harsher retaliation, more missile strikes on Ukraine, and possibly new escalations that could drag NATO deeper into this war. At the same time, the strike puts pressure on Russian elites. Many of the businesses housed inside Moscow City are tied to the wealthy oligarchs and political insiders who have supported Putin's war effort. For them, watching their offices, their investments, and their glass towers turned into smoldering wreckage is a wake-up call. The very people who were insulated from the war are now feeling its heat. That's exactly what Ukraine wants to break the complacency of Russia's ruling class. Internationally, this attack has caught the world's attention. In Washington, European capitals, and even in Asia, analysts are now saying that Ukraine has rewritten the playbook. Drone warfare is no longer just about defending cities. It's about striking the enemy's economy, its image, and its psychological sense of safety. And in that sense, this was not just a military success, it was a strategic masterpiece. But let's also be clear, with every Ukrainian strike inside Russia, the risk of escalation grows. Russia could retaliate with even more brutality, but Ukraine seems to have calculated that the benefits outweigh the risks. By forcing Moscow to defend itself, Ukraine is stretching Russian resources thin. Every air defense missile fired at a drone over Moscow is a missile not fired at a Ukrainian city. Every dollar spent repairing glass towers is a dollar not spent on the battlefield. The symbolism of this strike cannot be overstated. For years, Moscow has been portrayed as untouchable, a city shielded by the most advanced military systems in the world. Now that myth is broken, and when myths break, so does morale. Ordinary Russians who once believed this war was far away are waking up to a new reality. War has come to their doorstep. Ukraine, through creativity, resilience, and determination, has shown that size does not guarantee safety. Russia may be bigger, but its weakness is now exposed for the whole world to see. As we watch the footage of flames consuming billion-dollar towers in Moscow, one thing is clear. This war is entering a new phase. A phase where the psychological cost, the economic cost, and the political cost for Russia are rising every single day. The future is uncertain and the dangers are real, but one truth is undeniable: Ukraine has managed to stun Moscow, and the shockwaves of this strike will be felt for months to come. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and share this video so more people can understand what's really happening in this war. Stay tuned for more updates, and I'll see you in the next one.